This week on Council Bluffs News, the Black Angel rumors live on. See how the local statue is a popular destination for people looking for paranormal activity. Then look into the trunk or treat event that takes place at the New Horizon Presbyterian Church. Families enjoy candy while participating in fun activities. Also, the candidate forum continues. See how the mayoral candidates answer questions involving the city and more. And Kristen Barrett joins us in the studio to talk about the upcoming event at the Hitchcock Nature Center. That and more all on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm Brandon Tvrdy. The Ruth and Dodge Memorial might be one of the most historic landmarks in Council Bluffs. The statue, more well known as the Black Angel, also brings with it decades of mystery and speculation of it being surrounded with paranormal activity. What better time to look into the history than the days leading up to Halloween? It's a statue near a graveyard inside a quiet neighborhood. The Ruth and Dodge Memorial, better known as the Black Angel, is also surrounded with rumors of paranormal activity.
Whoever it represents, whatever it represents is what's in control.
One legend states, after midnight strikes, she starts to cry blood. Another, those who look into her eyes will die in 2 weeks. Adding intrigue to the monument is the eerie story of its origin. According to documents, Ruth Ann Dodge once had a dream where an angel offered her a drink of water so she could pass on and be happy in the afterlife. For 2 days straight, she had the dream, but she did not accept the offering.
And then on the third night, she had the dream and she told her daughters then the next day, and she said, I did take the water that the angel had offered me, and then she passed. And she died in September of 1916.
Although many believe in the paranormal stories surrounding the solid bronze structure, resident Ricky Meidel says he remains skeptical.
It's hard for me to believe because of the fact that if you look into his eyes and he died 2 weeks later, I see it as you're put on this earth with a purpose, and when it's your time to die, then there's nothing you can do about it,
Local resident Jacob Ryan Kraft says he has a theory on how the creepy rumors may have started.
But maybe it could have stemmed from a nightmare of reoccurring dreams like that, where it could have been just somebody that was going through a rough time.
Historians realize and respect the fact that the rumors are part of the statue's history, but they still hope to explain to others what really happened.
If you can educate one person in a month, or one person that comes through, if they can get the true story and then they actually believe it, because it sounds much better if you know the real story.
Following the death of Ruth Ann Dodge, her daughters wanted to make her a memorial. Daniel Chester French was the designer of the statue. This is the same man who designed the Lincoln Monument for the White House in 1920.
I think he did a great job from his vision of what the actual dream was, because Mrs. Dodge had described it as this angel was on the bow of a ship or a boat, and that's exactly what it is.
From those who believe in the mysterious and for those who remain skeptical, the Black Angel continues to intrigue many, especially around Halloween. It's just a bunch of hocus pocus at the New Horizon Presbyterian Church. IWTV student Jalen Hinkle has more from the annual Trunk or Treat Festival.
They're giving back.
We think it's important to be a gift to the community in any way we can.
And they're getting into the Halloween spirit.
Today is our Trunk or Treat. It's a fall community celebration.
New Horizon Presbyterian Church holds its annual fall event October 29th.
We started this about 5-6 years ago, and it's simply grown and grown and grown.
At the 2-hour event, trunks are open, candy is eaten, and a host of other activities help make a night of family fun.
We don't have a lot of chances to go out and be with community these days with the internet and everything. So when you have a big community event like this, it's important to go and see your neighbors.
Trunk or Treat not only offers entertainment, but for attendees, the festival offers a secure environment for children.
If we can make a fun and free, safe event for everybody in the community, that's our goal.
For parents like Tina Bradley, events like this are a perfect fit.
I think it's a great, safe place for kids to experience fun in a safe environment, and it's wonderful. It's a nice event for the community.
This is just one of the many events the church holds throughout the year in an effort to connect with the community. For Council Bluffs News, I'm Jalen Hinkle.
It's a spooky holiday-themed event put on for the kids. Art, food, and singing are all part of the fun at Pumpkin Palooza. That begins our coverage and news around the Bluffs. Thursday, October 26th. Family Inc. hosts an event called Pumpkin Palooza at the Iowa School for the Deaf. Children are able to participate in Halloween-themed activities like painting jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkin pounding, and more. Many on hand feel this is a great event for anyone who attends.
Learn some skills, some socializing skills that kids, if they're only children, they might not get to play with other kids their age. So this is a good opportunity. And it's great for parents to get to know each other and kind of bounce ideas off of each other. So, yeah.
For snack time, parents and children enjoy a tasty piece of cake. To cap off the event, kids gather in a circle and have story time. For more information on upcoming events for Family Inc., visit familyia.org. Medicine can be toxic to people and the environment if not handled the right way when getting rid of. To safely dispose of the medication, Operation Medicine Cabinet is at a local Walgreens. The event Operation Medicine takes place at Walgreens on Saturday, October 28th. Locals are able to pull up and drop off as much medicine as they would like. No questions asked. The medicine is then brought into a truck where the meds are stored. Officials say this is a good learning opportunity for locals and is good for their health.
Sometimes we see people are flushing them down the toilet or throwing them out in the trash, or even worse, sometimes people abuse those medications when they find them. So by providing this event, we give them an opportunity to dispose of those in a safe and easy way.
The recycled medicine will eventually be in the hands of the DEA and they will disintegrate the pills. For more information on upcoming community events and the next Operation Medicine Cabinet event, visit the Council Bluffs Police Department Facebook page. The Union Pacific Museum offers plenty of fun-themed events for the public. That continues as the museum has a trick-or-treating event for the children and parents.
Thank you.
Saturday, October 28th. Trick or Treat at the museum is at the Union Pacific Museum. Kids walk around the facility collecting pencils, wristbands, and more while enjoying historic items from the Union Pacific Railroad. Education Coordinator Michelle Clark feels this is a fun event to host due to what the holiday has to offer.
Halloween is a fun chance for people to wear costumes, and having a trick or treat the museum that's not on Halloween means they get to wear their costume more than once and go out and trick or treat.
A variety of costumes was worn by the children and even some parents at the event. For more information on upcoming events at the museum, visit uprrmuseum.org. Still to come on Council Bluffs News, a look into the daily Nonpareil's Mayoral Forum. See how the candidates discuss topics involving the city, budgets, and more. And I sit down with Kristen Barrett from the Potawatomi County Conservation.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
Hello and welcome back to Council Bluffs News. I'm Brandon Tvrdy with Kristen Barrett from the Potawatomi County Conservation. Kristen, thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Now, the bird banding demonstration is on November 4th at the Hitchcock Nature Center. And I gotta ask, what is bird banding?
So bird banding, we have a volunteer that comes out and they set up these really fine nets that birds can't see. We can see them to catch songbirds, and then they put a little tiny bracelet on them with a number. And so that way people can catch them along the way as they're migrating to new places, and they can kind of see where they travel and then see how long they live if they catch them year after year as well.
Well, that's interesting. So you kind of get to see how they grow and how they are later on down the years and all that?
Yeah, definitely. And you can kind of give an idea if they're, migrating or moving to other places as well. So it kind of gives a picture behind their life of, how old they'll live to, but then also as well as where they're going throughout their life.
Oh, that's very cool. And what type of birds should people expect to see?
It just kind of depends on what we catch, but it would be like any sort of songbird. So we could be looking for nuthatches and bluebirds, maybe juncos this time of year. They might start moving into that area. Cardinals. Sometimes we get indigo buntings, but they're kind of on the way of moving out. So it's kind of just the luck of the draw of what happens to be at the bird feeders that day.
And it's just going to be pretty much a variety of birds. You almost can't expect what you're going to exactly find then, pretty much.
Exactly. It's just kind of a luck of the draw of what happens to be there, and depends kind of a little bit on the weather and what the birds are doing. So.
And what location at the Hitchcock will it be? Like, are you guys just going to be going on a trail, or how's that work?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we're going to be right outside the Les Hills Lodge. We're fortunate that we have a set of bird feeders on both corners of the building, and so they use the nets kind of right around the bird feeders, so there's a natural area where the birds kind of gather anyway, and so that's kind of the spot. They'll set up 2 different nets, and then they'll just use the classroom inside to bring the birds in and band them, and that's where people can meet up with them as well.
And what do you enjoy about this event personally?
I think it's just an awesome opportunity to get to see songbirds up close. What are the odds that you're going to get to see a songbird within inches of your face is not very often. So it's definitely a great opportunity to get to see those birds up close, and then also learn a little bit about the science of banding them as well.
And another great opportunity, and you kind of just covered it, but what other ways can people learn about birds during this experience?
Yeah, so our volunteers are there to help educate people about birds during the program. Another great thing that's going on right now at the same time is we are also counting birds that are migrating through that are raptors. So we'll also have bird counters up on the top of our tower. So that's a great time to go learn from them as well. And then also our bird feeders have some great instructional panels that were grant funded that are behind them. So they'll help you identify all the birds you're seeing that are floating around too, even the ones you're not catching.
You know, that's a very cool event, and I look forward to covering it or having a student cover it because that sounds really unique and really cool, and it's going to be fun to see all the pretty birds flying around. So thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. More Council Bluffs news after the break.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
The race for the next leader of Council Bluffs continues as the mayoral candidate forum takes place at Woodrow Wilson Middle School. The daily Nonpareil's mayoral forum takes place at Woodrow Wilson Middle School on Thursday, October 26. Current Mayor Matt Walsh and former City Councilman Scott Belt answer a series of questions to better inform voters leading up to the mayoral election. Belt, who currently is a member of the Potawatomi County Board of Supervisors, opens by expressing concerns about the volume of construction taking place throughout the city.
I just think sometimes we need to be more focused, not that we can't do multiple projects in the community, but focus and show a completion of an area before we move on to another area.
Walsh, who's completing his first term as mayor, says multitasking is a must for progress.
Projects can take 10 years to get completed. If you're going to do one project at a time, you're going to have one project completed approximately every 10 years. And the statement in today's paper said, which I wholeheartedly agree with, that the key is to broaden the tax base of the city so that residents don't pay an increasing amount.
Addressing a shortage of public parks on the east end of Council Bluffs, Belt says is an issue worth looking into.
I think that people out there need to have a park that's within the proximity of those neighborhoods, the density that's getting out there now. And maybe it is a time to look at the park inventory that's out there and the usage in each of those parks and decide, you know, what is the best option.
As the West Broadway reconstruction continues, Walsh addresses a hot topic related to the project.
Matt, if medians were a vital safety issue, why did you not oppose the idea of reducing the original 80% to 20%, or offer alternative safety proposals such as installing more traffic lights?
The council approved the plan with the medians, with a reduced number of medians. And I didn't have a huge problem with less medians, but for safety purposes around TJ, where a student was hit the other day, there would be medians there. Kids wouldn't be crossing in the middle of the street, and I think that's an advantage.
Budgets, housing, future plans, and more are discussed. To cap off the night, both candidates make their pitch for why they should be the leader of Council Bluffs.
Again, it's really incumbent on this community, if it's going to be vibrant and inclusive, that everybody engages people to get out and vote on November 7th. I mean, that's why our forefathers, a lot of people have fought for this, and I encourage you to work to that end to make this the best it can be, as Council Bluffs is on a bright future.
Council Bluffs, little Council Bluffs, Iowa, is an all-American city, one of 15 in the entire country. We got an Iowa Great Place designation, and Money Magazine, which is part of Time Magazine's publishing network, named us the 64th best place in the nation in which to live. I'm damn proud of Council Bluffs, Iowa. I'm damn proud to be your mayor, and I want to do it for 4 more years because there's great things coming.
Election Day is November 7th. In addition to the mayoral race, 4 candidates are on the ballot for 2 city council seats.
Thursday, October 26th, the Iowa Western Reavers are full of the Halloween spirit. With the bus parked and decorated, plenty of candy, miniature golf, coloring, and even a bounce castle, these events are designed to allow the children of Council Bluffs to have a safe and fun Halloween. Softball player Keely Huff feels that this event is great for the families of Council Bluffs.
Tonight is all about college athletes basically getting involved with the community. We get to have an early Halloween celebration where kids, from staff members' kids to kids in the community, coming out and getting some Halloween candy, enjoying some bouncy castles, and making some cookies.
Fun and safety go hand in hand. It is all made possible by the athletes at Iowa Western Community College. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Zach Musil.
The world is not at all what it seems. And no event showcases that more than this year's Mystic Fest at the Mid-America Center on Saturday, October 28th. This year's gathering brings many psychics, fortune tellers, and others involved in the spiritual arts, all bringing goods with them to sell and demonstrations of their practices. All of this in hopes of showcasing to the community a different way of life.
Because most people aren't exposed to this type of thinking. All we are shown is what we're taught in school and in churches and things like that. And this is an opportunity to see something a little bit different that maybe people haven't been exposed to yet, that might be the exact thing that they're looking for.
Mystic Fest is organized by Charlie Ottarizzi and is sponsored by his store, The Next Millennium. The event is free to enter and ran from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. With your Council Bluffs News, I'm DJ Mater.
Still to come on Council Bluffs News, a look at these friendly pets looking for a home in our Pets of the Week. Also see what's going on around CV and our weekly events calendar.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
What if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
Hello, I'm Terry Gatch-Mills, and welcome into Pets of the Week. We've got little kitten Bronco here. He's 3 months old, and his file number is 25865. He's a sweet little kitten that was in foster care, and he's very loving. Again, this is Bronco, 25865. This little cutie is Blade, and he's also 3 months old, and his file number is 25864. He came from foster care as well, and he's great with dogs, young children, and other cats and kittens. Again, this is Blade, 25864. This is our senior girl, Sassy, and her file number is 23962. She's 9 years old, and she's been here since April 10th. She's a wonderful cat, she loves laugh time, and she's very vocal. Again, this is Sassy, 23962. This is Belle, and her file number is 18497. She's an 11-year-old corgi, and she is suffering from separation anxiety right now, so she always wants to be by somebody. She's a lonely little girl, so somebody that's retired or working from home would be a great companion for Belle. No kids under the age of 10 because she is very nervous and elderly, and she needs to be the only pet in the home. Again, this is Belle, file 18497. And if you're interested in any of the pets that you've seen on today, please come down to 1020 Railroad Avenue in Council Bluffs to Midlands Humane Society.
Now time for a look at our weekly events calendar. An event called Let's Get Council Bluffs Business Online is at the Mid-America Center on Monday, November 6th. People are able to join Google at a free workshop for your own personal business. You'll be able to learn how to use digital tools with a Google expert. Spots are limited, so be sure to RSVP. The event starts at 9 a.m. and will end at 12 p.m. For more info and to lock down your spot, visit gybo.com/events. Then on Wednesday, November 8th, the center continues its weekly ballroom dance event. This week's guest is the band called Leo Lani Orchestra. They will play a variety of classical music while the dancing takes place. It is BYOB, and you must be 21 years of age or older. The fun is from 7 to 10 p.m. Entrance is $5 for center members and non-members $10. For more information, dial up 712-323-5995. And finally, on Thursday, November 9th, the Business Skills for Artists continues its series of classes. On this day, the main focus is working on a portfolio kit. Elements like working on your artist statement, tailoring your artistic resume, and more. The event is from 6 to 8:30 p.m. For more information, call 712-396-2484. Thank you for tuning in and watching this week's Council Bluffs News. Feedback and story ideas are always welcome. You can hit us up with an email at cbtv@iwcc.edu or punch in 712-325-3312. You can look us up on social media as well. Search CBTV17 on Facebook and Twitter. Also, make sure you stay on CBTV and check out your local sports teams on the Bluffs Sports Zone with JJ Davis. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm Brandon Tvrdy.